just trying to get people aware that there are options, that they can make the choice to designate or be the sober skipper before they head out and save some lives.
Welcome to the Woman Angler and Adventurer podcast, inspiring real women with a passion for fishing and the outdoors to go get their adventure on. Now, here's your fearless host, Angie Scott.
Welcome back to another episode of the Woman Angler and Adventurer podcast. This week, we're continuing our conversation with the Executive Director of the CETO Foundation, Gail Culp. Gail, thanks for coming back on the show.
Thanks for having me again, Angie. I appreciate it.
So last week, if you missed it, we talked about Gail's background, what the CETO Foundation is, and all about the Life Jacket Loaner program. So go back and check that out if you missed it. This week, we're going to be talking about something we just didn't have time to get to, but it's near and dear to my heart, and that's the Sober Skipper program. I'm actually on the National Advisory Council for the Sober Skipper program. So we've had a couple meetings so far, and it's been fun getting to know everybody else on the council. And I first learned about it through Freedom Boat Club as I was developing our new member orientation for the Freedom Boat Club Nashville. I found out about the Sober Skipper program, and that's something that we include in our training. We have the yellow wristbands, and we encourage our members to wear them, but we always want to make sure whoever is in charge of the boat that day, who has to be a member of the club in order to drive it, one, but also that they're going to be the designated sober skipper. So that's something that we really, really push and don't have any tolerance for. So yeah, if you could kind of tell everybody a little background on the Sober Skipper program.
Sure thing. Thanks so much. And we're really happy to have you on board the Sober Skipper Advisory Council, too.
Thank you.
So the Sober Skipper program we started in about 5 years ago, and our goal was to be positive and proactive in encouraging boaters to make the smart choice. So before they head out on the water, we want them to make the choice to be or designate a sober skipper. And that way, the decision's already made. They're not waiting until they're already out on the water and the cooler's open. They're making that decision ahead of time. And our goal is to eliminate the boating under the influence accidents and fatalities that keep happening all across the country. Right now, the Coast Guard says that 19% of boating deaths are totally preventable and are directly linked to boating under the influence with alcohol or drugs. And that doesn't need to happen. All you need to do is have a sober skipper on board, and everybody can get back to the dock or to the boat ramp safely.
Right. And one of the things that we do teach in our training about that is that when you're on the water, the law enforcement, it's kind of like, I know here, I don't know, it might be different state by state, but it's a 0.08 or greater blood alcohol content will get you a boating under the influence citation, but, and, all that other stuff that goes along with it. But when you're on the water, the stressors of being on the water, the wind, the sun, the noise, all that stuff, intensifies the effect. And so it impairs you even more than when you're just sitting at your house. So, that's something
Definitely.
that we try to stress to everybody. So really the best practice is to just not consume any alcohol if you're the designated sober skipper for the day.
That is very true. We want the sober skipper to be the non-alcohol drinking qualified boat operator. So we want them to know how to operate the boat. We don't want to just say, oh, well, Johnny's going to do it this week. And Johnny's like, I've never driven a boat in my life. I don't know what I'm doing. We want the person to actually know where the controls are and how to operate the boat and to have some information about that. But we also want that person to be the one that's drinking the iced tea and the water and the juices and things like that throughout the day. And in fact, in many locations, we partner with local restaurants along the water who, if they see someone come in wearing the Sober Skipper bracelet, which is that yellow bracelet that says I'm the Sober Skipper, they will give that person free soda or free tea or a discounted appetizer with their meal. So if they're coming in with their boating group, that person's going to be able to have non-alcoholic beverages for free. So it's a really neat opportunity to give them something additional as a pat on the back to thank them for doing that.
Right. Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know about that. I should try to get that implemented out here.
Yeah. Each place is different. We'd like to say that we work with every single name your restaurant, but most of the boat restaurants or waterfront restaurants are mom and pops. So we can't say it's like a franchise. It's not like we work with every, I don't want to say McDonald's because we don't, but it wouldn't be like we could say that because it's not a corporation. It's a mom and pop.
Yeah. So what are some of the ways that CETO Foundation gets the word out about this program?
Well, one of the biggest ways is through our website, which is soberskipper.com, and boaters can go there and take the pledge and find out additional information. You can also order a set of a set of wristbands there, and those can get mailed to you. So if you're going to have an event or you have a big group that you're going to get together, you can have those wristbands available for everybody to take the pledge and have those. If you know you're having a boat show coming up and you're a boating safety organization and you want to have a set of wristbands for that, we can do that as well. We also have other materials available that we promote both on our Facebook page, the CETO Foundation's Facebook page, as well as the Sober Skipper Facebook page. Both are found at CETO Foundation or at Sober Skipper. And we have an Instagram page as well at CETO Foundation. So lots of information that you can get and additional materials available too.
Great. Well, so I'm on the social media committee this year, and one of the things that we're doing is trying to get people to put out just general boating safety messages that can have something to do with Sober Skipper particularly, or any kind of boating safety message. And so I know if you're listening to this podcast and that's something you'd be interested in participating in, if you're an influencer and have a following, or it's kind of a cross promotion type of thing where that will get shared on our socials, as well as something you can share on yours and just kind of help spread awareness about the program. Just reach out to me, Angie at thewomanangler.com. I've already reached out to a bunch of my contacts, and I know I've got some people working on some videos next week, so I'm excited to start seeing those rolling in.
From billion-dollar ad budgets and arena naming rights to tens of thousands of retail locations, big wireless providers spend big to appear like they're your only option. How do they afford it all? That big bill you get at the end of every month. Mint Mobile had a different idea. Instead of brick and mortar overhead, Mint Mobile is online only. What does that mean for you? A whole lot of savings, because wireless plans from Mint Mobile start at just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You'll save enough that you can get a brand new rod and reel for the upcoming season. For anyone who just hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan, and you can even keep your same phone number along with all of your existing contacts. By going online only and eliminating traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/waypoint. That's mintmobile.com/waypoint. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/waypoint.
That'll be great, and we'd love to be able to share them. Just last year, we had over 88 million media impressions about our Sober Skipper program all throughout the country, from social media to traditional print media to online, and we even included CNN. So we were able to get over $6 million in value from those media impressions, just trying to get people aware that there are options, that they can make the choice to designate or be the Sober Skipper before they head out and save some lives.
Yeah, so that's a potential for a lot of exposure for sure. So,
and we really appreciate the partnership that we've had with Freedom Boat Club and getting the message out. Like you said, they require it of all their members to designate who's the sober skipper, and they do that at all 150 plus locations that they have across the country. So that's been phenomenal at being able to get that message out.
So let's talk a little bit about the council that I'm on and some of the things. There's different committees and things that they work on. One of them is the National Boating Industry Safety Awards, which is awesome. Can you tell people a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, we started the council last year in 2019, and the council is basically our sounding board. It's our chance to get information from members of the boating industry from all different segments who can help us promote boating safety. So not just the Sober Skipper program, but lots of boating safety initiatives, wearing life jackets and using your engine cutoff switch and all sorts of different things. But we want to make sure that message is promoted in the for-profit boating industry. And right now we have 19 members, and like we've said, you're one of them, so that's really cool, Angie. But we meet virtually, and we discuss different work in our committees. And as you said, one of the things that we launched last year was our North American Sober Skipper or Advisory Council launched the National Boating Industry Safety Awards. And the awards were created to recognize and thank the boating safety programs that are being promoted in different segments of the for-profit marine marketplace. So last year we had 4 categories. We had the best marine retailer, the best marine manufacturer, the best media and marketing, and the best outreach. And so if you're a for-profit boating industry and you are doing something to promote boating safety, we want to know about it. And the applications are going to be opening on September 8th. So we hope that you'll be able to apply and possibly even get an award. And the application is at boatingsafety.com/awards.
Can you give a couple examples of maybe some of the 2019 winners by chance?
Sure thing. One of the winners for our retailer was MarineMax. They won last year because they have done a ton of work in boating safety. They have a video program, lots of different videos, couple minutes long to half hour long, talking about boating safety. They do things on their Facebook and Instagram pages, and they also do in-person classes in the dealerships. So that's something that's really, really cool. The media and marketing went to Bonnier, which puts out lots of different publications in the boating world. So that's a neat way that we were able to get that message out. And then we actually had an additional award that we awarded last year, which we called the Sober Skipper Award, because the CETO Foundation wanted to recognize groups that are helping us promote Sober Skipper. And we gave that to Freedom Boat Club for all of their work they've done with us over the last 5 years.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the submissions for this year. I love that companies are recognizing the importance of getting that message out there, because I feel like it's a responsibility that everyone in the industry should have to make sure everybody's...
Definitely. And
go ahead.
And we want to put it out there that, like we said, boating can be safe and fun. It doesn't have to be one or the other, and it doesn't have to scare your customers away to say, hey, there's just a couple things you need to do to be safe. The automotive industry has been saying this for decades. Hey, we have seatbelts in the car. We want you to use them. Mm-hmm. Hey, we have airbags in the car. In fact, we now have airbags in the front and the side and the bottom, and we have this whole curtain of airbags all around you. So we're super safe, and we're going to keep you safe. Yep. It shouldn't be any different with boating. We should be able to say, hey, here's the boat. Here's everything you need to know to operate the boat, but you're going to need your life jacket. You're going to need this engine cutoff switch. You're going to need to have a sober skipper on board. And now you can take the keys and go have a great time.
Right. Yeah. And boating safety education should start, just as young as somebody can understand it, so you have something kind of cool in your store that's kind of geared toward children, right?
Yes, we do. We have a first mate checklist, and it is a neat little opportunity to involve the kids in your life in boating safety. And so you can get to it at boatingsafety.com/store. It's a free download, and basically you print it out and you can give it to the kids that are going to be on the boat, and they can help the captain operate the boat, or they can help with the checklist and making sure that everybody has life jackets and knows where they're located or has them on, that everybody has their emergency equipment list. The kids can help test the VHF radio, lots of different things. And then the other side of that checklist, if you print it, is a coloring page of Toby. And Toby is our mascot. He is a bumblebee, so Toby. Ha ha ha. Awesome. And so a lot of kids love to do that. Toby's wearing a life jacket, and so you can color him, you can color his life jacket, and you can decorate as much as you want.
Awesome. Well, good deal. Anything else you want to touch on before we wrap up the second part of our conversation about the Sober Skipper program and SETO Foundation?
No, I just hope that we can get you involved. We have our blog, and it's at boatingsafety.com/blog. So check us out. We have a monthly or a quarterly newsletter that we send out as well that you can sign up for. And we just want to see you out on the water. We want to see you boating safely. So share those photos to Facebook and Instagram at SETO Foundation, and we'd love to hear about it. And don't forget to take the pledge at soberskipper.com.
Awesome. Thank you once again for coming back on the show, and we'll continue to work together and stay in touch and get the message out there about safety.
Awesome. Thank you so much again, Angie. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. Just a reminder, if you're an influencer or maybe you work or represent a brand and you'd be interested in doing a boating safety tip video in front of the brand to kind of do double promotion with the SETO Foundation, and we can get some good boating safety tip information out there and a lot of exposure for you as well. It doesn't have to be complicated, just a simple selfie video, 30 seconds, maybe a little longer, just depends on what your content is. And we do ask that it makes it easier if you shoot it horizontal. But again, pretty simple, great exposure, great opportunity, and a great way to share boating safety tips and get information out there to the general public and hopefully save some lives. Again, just let me know, Angie at thewomanangler.com. That's Angie at thewomanangler.com. We'd love to see them. So thanks again for listening. Tune in next week and be safe, everybody.